Allegations of unpaid loans and investor losses. Is this the end of Nuggets news? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because we're going to talk about what's happening in the media regarding Nuggets news, a YouTube channel and crypto influencer created by Saunders, one of the biggest YouTube crypto influencers in Australia. Now, I've done a video about this yesterday, and here's the thing. It really felt like we were looking through the, of business in trouble or just someone having some tough and difficult times, and seeing some of the comments coming out of there from some of the other crypto people really made me realize that you've got to send at least a message out there for people who may be suffering in trouble or in issues. I don't like the idea of creating content where you're just dancing on the failure of another business or something happening. That's when I first started YouTube. It was all about looking at social justice idiots and that type of stuff, and it really isn't fulfilling. I may be a tough bastard and tell you, well, you need to have emergency funds. You can't depend on the government. They're not going to take care of you. But that's because you need to have emergency funds. You can't depend on the government, and they're not going to take care of you. So what is Nugget News for those of you that don't know? Well, founded in 2017 by Saunders, Nuggets News is a digital media channel that delivers unfiltered coverage of the latest developments in crypto, housing, precious metals, commodities, stocks, and other financial markets. So he's got 194 subscribers, and we'll have a look. He's got a very impressive website set up and a subscription service that people can sign up to. I don't know why you'd sign up to a subscription service like this, but probably because I am just much too cheap. I mean, you've got testimonials. He's running it like a business. Now, my only interaction with Alex was when I was introduced to him via John Adams and Robbie Berwick when they rocked up at my place and we went and looked at some suburbs. Now, the reason I wanted to get in touch with Alex was to draw his attention to this here, the Cloud Token Ponzi scheme. Now, this is a crypto scheme that I identified, or someone actually told me about, and then I did some digging because this is a Malaysian, magic wallet where you put your money in and its AI bots trade for you and pays you interest every day. It's a typical Ponzi scam. And I'd found that the person who'd registered this business was in Lonnie. And I didn't realize Alex was in Lonnie as well, in Launceston, the town literally at the bottom of Australia. So I wanted him to let his users know about it. Now, he wasn't that interested in warning people about this because he wants to have a positive spin. At least that's what I assumed. And that kind of, because I haven't been watching his content, to be quite honest, guys, that kind of goes along with the reputation that he has out there in the industry from most people. A positive guy, everyone seems to like him. Probably more so white people are a little, heartbroken to some extent that he's in the news like this. Now, that makes sense. That makes sense that he didn't want to, share this. And, I'm a small-time YouTuber, so there's probably no interest. And I got really unorganized in organizing a, come on each other's show, that type of thing. So, that's all I have. So I don't have any beef or anything like that with him. He's a young father, so I kind of feel sorry for him, if anything, guys. So what I want to look at now moving forward is, well, first I'd like to go through this article here with the CEO facing the heat, because I think it gives us a good sign of what's happening. This is from, Cointelegraph. Nuggets News CEO under fire over allegedly unpaid loans and investment funds. So here's the thing. This is what you have to understand. Now, in construction, when you're administering a project, you might start hearing rumors about a builder going under. And, then the risk is all the traders will come and flood to the site to get all their stuff because the builder's going under. If they've got anything on the site, it all gets locked up and the client owns it all or has control over it or can liquidate it. So it can become a big nightmare. Rachel's worked on projects where the builder found out that the precast panel manufacturer was going bust, so went to the site and just took the precast panel before they went under. So this is the issue where rumors can circulate. And I'm starting to see crypto is a huge, huge rumor mill, everyone. So popular crypto influencer Saunders is under heavy criticism with numerous associates leveling accusations Saunders owes them significant sums of Bitcoin. Now, we haven't seen any of his side of the story. We haven't seen any of the contracts. These people just sending Bitcoin to each other. What's going on? So there you go. It's only one side of the story. So we've got to bear that in mind, everyone. Saunders, the popular crypto influencer behind Nuggets News, is facing a slew of claims he failed to repay crypto loans, along with allegations that funds invested in a new project have been redirected to a crypto exchange. Saunders is one of the most highly regarded Australian crypto educators. He provides a paid service and has 140,000 subscribers on YouTube. Over recent days, crypto Twitter has been ablaze with allegations that Saunders has run out of capital. Numerous individuals, including YouTuber BitBoy, claim that Saunders personally owes them multiple Bitcoin each, prompting investigations from the ABC and the Australian Financial Review. According to the Australian Financial Review, Saunders received roughly $7 million from 100 or so investors seeking to back his forthcoming stablecoin project, Central Bank, after he promoted it to his Nuggets News followers in April. I don't understand all these stablecoins. I don't know why we need them. You've got fiat as much as... Isn't that the whole point of getting away from crypto? Anyway, have a look at Tech Lead, how his stablecoin is doing. So there is obviously a demand for it. I don't have to understand it, but the market provides, everyone. The publication claims to have spoken more than a dozen investors who backed the project, with each estimating to have put in roughly $50,000. Notice how everything's priced in dollars, not in Ethereum or not in, anyway. Stop it, Florian. The AFR reported that investments to Saunders' wallet appeared to have quickly been moved onto popular crypto derivatives exchange FTX. The exchange's founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, has indicated the team is already investigating the allegations. So here's the thing, and this is the post here, where you can see, crypto is fantastic for the authorities because they can anyone can track the movements. This is how, actually, with the cloud token wallet, one of the things I identified, I was putting out there is going, where's their version of Etherscan? Where's their online ledger? Why can't we scan it? And it was in works. So you couldn't actually see where it was moving. So he wasn't doing that. He was getting it in a wallet. People could track it and see what was happening. Cointelegraph has contacted Saunders to offer him the chance to respond to the allegations, and will update the story if he replies. Shots through the heart. There we go. Saunders' public fall from grace appears to have begun after he appeared on a live stream with controversial Hex founder Richard Hart on July 19th. The pair's exchange became heated after Saunders advanced data from crypto data aggregator Santamine to argue that Hex's order books are thin, asserting its markets are unable to support meaningful selling pressures. After booting Saunders from the live stream, Hart took to Twitter sharing apparent screenshots from a private conversation, with Saunders asserting that he had begged him for 50 BTC and attempted to solicit a pre-allocation in a forthcoming token. Hart's post left Data Central's bank's backers reportedly fearful of their investment, and many sought refunds. So this is the thing, and I've got the post there, and we'll look at a few little things for it. I mean, okay, think about this. If Alex is trying to start a project, and he goes to Hart, hitting for money, so he was apparently looking around to get investors. Okay, he was looking around to get investors, or whales, as they're called, in for the crypto people. Is it smart to go after someone that you apparently have animosity with and you don't know very well? I mean, for me, this is odd. Trying to source funds from someone you probably have never met in person. I mean, have they met in person? I don't know. You think maybe they would have. They would have had to, if you're asking someone for that much money. But it's crypto, guys. How many people have met Alex in person who invested in the project? Or is that just, am I too much of a geriatric millennial? It's one thing, I'll donate to a streamer. I'm a patron of Worth a Pie, I don't expect ever to meet him in person. But I'm not sending him 50 grand investment, am I? The ABC's July 28 report claims to have seen screenshots of dialogue between Saunders and an overseas hedge fund manager, evidencing requests to borrow Bitcoin back on 2 different occasions, with the fund claiming not to have been repaid the BTC it lent Saunders in January. One of the messages attributed to Saunders reportedly reads, "Sorry to put this on you, mate, but I feel like I could trust you. I've 10x'd my FTX account, then got greedy." So, I mean, with this, with the hex and the thingamajig, I've gone through these comments here. I've never shared a conversation publicly before, but I feel I have to hear. Why? Because you got into a fight with someone on a stream. Alex begged me for a 50 BTC loan. It's not really clear if he's begging for a loan in here. And if he is, the one thing is at the end here, a fee for appearing on the show. Now, you've got to understand, everyone, as a content creator, if you're building a channel, that has value to it. You're an influencer. And here in the crypto sphere, people can influence other people to invest in a project, and it can just go crazy. I remember seeing Superman, a crypto YouTuber, and it would appear in one of his live streams that people were offering him 2 Bitcoin to talk about an altcoin back in the day. Now, the only thing I influence people in is drinking Aldi coffee, and they message me and tell me, "Florian, how can you drink this terrible, terrible coffee?" So I'm a pretty, I think a very effective influencer teaching people to save money on cheap coffee. But you get my point. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. It's an asset. It's worth money. You need to declare it, though, when you have someone on your channel that's paid for it. You've got to appreciate that. I've done that before. I had one person that came on and we discussed their product, which is something I'd actually used for a year before I was even approached. So I had no issues bringing him on the channel. So there you go. But, yeah. So you got to understand, and there seems to be, just judging by the comments, there seems to be some animosity between Hart's followers and Alex's followers. I mean, they're like turning on each other, all this stuff. So did Hart do it with intention? Well, he obviously did it with intention. The ABC states it has spoken to 5 people based in Australia, the UK, New Zealand, who claim to be owed money by Saunders. Saunders is yet to address the accusations on social media and does not appear to have been active on Twitter since the 23rd of July. Blockchain Australia said it was aware of the claims against Saunders and have been informed the accusations are being handled by his legal representatives. Saunders was appointed to Blockchain Australia as a board member in 2019. Nuggets News spun off into Collective Shift platform. Managing Director Ben Simpson issued a video update on Sunday to members saying he had asked Saunders about the allegations. So I didn't know this, that Collective Shift is a different platform. I haven't been following it, guys. Why would you do it? Would you sell it? Is that what he did? Or I don't know. He looked at me straight in the eye and said, "Don't worry about, there's a couple of people I owe money. I'm on repayment plans. Don't worry about it." So he's got a strategy to do. I mean, this is the thing. How does it work in crypto? Do you borrow all the money and have to pay it all back at a certain date? Is there a contract? Do people have lawyers involved? You'd think with that amount of money you would. Simpson told the ABC Saunders is no longer involved with Collective Shift, either as a shareholder or contributor. If we have a look here, let's have a look at the ABC's take on this. And I've gone through it last time. I'll just erase all of that, so we'll go through it again. Because there are some subtle differences between the 2 articles that I think people need to be brought attention. So, an Australian cryptocurrency influencer has been accused of not yet being able to replay significant sums of money in digital currencies. Now, here's the thing. They're leveling accusations that are coming out in the media. We don't know what the terms and conditions of his contracts are. We don't even know if there are terms and contracts that are putting out there. But, I mean, that's enough to damage your business. That's the thing here. If anything, I'm feeling sorry for Alex because this whole thing is turning into a nightmare. Launceston-based, we'll go back to this. Launceston-based Alex Saunders is the founder and CEO of Nuggets News, which has 140,000 subscribers on YouTube and provides a fee-based service. The company was founded in 2017 by Saunders, promotes itself as a digital media channel that delivers unfiltered coverage of the latest developments in cryptocurrency, housing, precious metals, commodities, stocks, and other financial markets. Allegations Mr. Saunders owes people money have been plastered all over Twitter after US crypto influencer Richard Hart last week posted a series of screenshots that appear to show Nuggets News founder asking him for money. Okay. I don't know how it works in crypto when you're setting up deals for business. I drive a Subaru hatchback, but I'm sick, the richest guy in Tasmania, said one message allegedly sent to Mr. Hart from Saunders. And, well, in the previous video I did about this, I made reference to, I have to do a video on this, the fact that half of Tasmanian adults are functionally illiterate. Everyone. That's the stats that are coming out. We've got some problems in the education system in this country. Real problems. In messages seen, and don't get me wrong, I love Tasmania. It's probably one of the best places in Australia right now. In messages seen by the ABC, Mr. Saunders asked people to invest in a so far unrealized crypto project called Data Centra Bank or Decentral Bank. Several developers Mr. Saunders named as being linked to DCB in messages and audio recordings that have since been posted on Twitter have issued public statements stating they are not involved in the project. One of those named was technologist Jamie Skeller, who provided messages from April in which Saunders asked if he knew of a whale who would invest in the DCB project. He also asked me for to be the project lead, but nothing ever materialized, so it looks like he was just putting feelers out there. Another tech company mentioned by Saunders, Block 8, said it was not involved in DCB and was currently seeking legal advice regarding Mr. Saunders' claims. Well, I can't imagine. Here's the thing, guys. The people investing in this need to do their own due diligence to see what relationships actually exist. Because this is the thing. You can say any claims when you're putting one of these things forward. And, I mean, I saw that looking at that cloud token thing. They were claiming all this stuff that was complete rubbish. You know, they were saying, security assured by the Australian Security Investment Commission in Australia. And I found that they'd registered their website months, like a year before they even registered the company. And then the company's business address was a residential house in the middle of Launceston. But some random dude who was didn't even have any programming skills, was just like a marketing guy on LinkedIn. So this is the thing, you've got to do it. If Saunders is claiming he's got these relationships or these people in place, is it actually, a contract? Are they engaged? Or are they just talking about it? What are they going to show you for the sales pitch online? The ABC has also spoken to 5 people in countries, including Australia, the UK and New Zealand, who said they were each owed significant sums of money. At least one has engaged a lawyer. Now, this is the concern why they haven't talked to one beforehand. But in one message exchange, Mr. Saunders appears to ask a follower to send Ethereum to an electronic wallet. Another message seen by the ABC shows a different person who allegedly loaned Mr. Saunders money transfer Ethereum to this same wallet. I'm gutted, one of Mr. Saunders' followers told the ABC. And here we go about the overseas hedge fund manager. In response to claims on Twitter, cryptocurrency exchange FTX said it had escalated the matter. Twitter user BitBoy Crypto, who also uses the name Ben Armstrong, said he loaned Mr. Saunders 5 Bitcoin. Mr. Saunders said in messages shared that he intends to pay everyone back. He has also indicated that he's entered into repayment plans with those he owes money with. So this, hopefully, is the reality of the situation. A message exchange from April this year appeared to show Mr. Saunders explaining he'd been ripped 20 Bitcoin lending to a friend of a friend. See, people lend money like this willy-nilly in the crypto world. Is this what it is, guys? I don't get it. The worst thing is that my big out to fix all of this is this project I've been working on, which is an absolute belter, he told another follower in a recorded audio message posted online. So he's hoping to get the project to pull him out. So it sounds like he was in trouble. Sounds like he was in financial trouble. Let's say we were to do a coin launch tomorrow, I could be sitting on $1 million, tens of millions of dollars. If we can sort this all out, we can pay everyone off overnight. Former colleagues are distancing themselves from Alex. The allegations have prompted those once associated with Mr. Saunders to make public statements. Collective Shift Managing Director Ben Simpson, who previously worked with Mr. Saunders, issued a video update on Sunday to members. In the video, Mr. Simpson said he had confronted Mr. Saunders about the public allegations, and we see the quote there. In a separate statement to the ABC, Mr. Simpson said Mr. Saunders was not a shareholder in Collective Shift and was no longer a content contributor. Collective Shift is an independent entity and has no involvement with any projects undertaken by Alex Saunders. Mr. Saunders has not responded to the ABC's questions about the allegations. The peak blockchain body, Blockchain Australia, confirmed it was aware of the claims and had been contacted with Mr. Saunders. We've contacted Mr. Saunders and have been advised that claims are being handled by his legal representatives, the statement said. We have formally requested Mr. Saunders respond to the allegations. He was a board member of Blockchain Australia in 2019. Well, maybe all the contracts that you have in place should be handled by legal representatives. Maybe there should be maybe you could build some type of Ethereum system to manage these legal loans. Hey, maybe. So here's a Twitter post, everyone, that was shared by someone apparently in Alex's paid group. So we don't know if this is true or not. So Saudi apparently there's accusations of a gambling problem, which lead him to chase losses and lose more money, owes money to a lot of people, which the accusations have been made, attempted to start his own project with a 50k buy-in. All project money went to FTX for leveraged trades. And that's what was shown in this other article here, where that identified the fact that DeFi Ted has been reviewing all of the transfers and how much of it went to FTX, everyone. Now, here's the thing. Here's where I'd like to, comment on two things. Now, there's mention of potentially a gambling problem there that you have. Now, there'll be a lot of people in crypto. It can be like gambling, everyone. It certainly can be like gambling. What are the signs? You're spending more time or money than intended. You're arguing with friends, family after gambling. After losing at gambling, having an urge to return as soon as possible to win back losses. Feeling guilt or remorse about gambling. Borrowing money or selling assets to gamble. Now, leverage trading on crypto can be very similar to that, everyone. You've got to understand, are you investing? Are you making a decision? Or are you trying to chase a loss? Or are you trying to gamble? There's allegations of that. Maybe it happened. I want to draw attention. If you're in this situation, get help online, everyone. There's organizations. This is one I just found. I don't know if they're any good. I don't know if they're dodgy. But at the very least, if you're in a situation, you need to take steps to try and deal with it, because it can become impulsive and it can destroy your whole life. And then I also want to make sure I draw attention to Lifeline. If you're in a situation like this and you need some crisis support, don't be afraid to reach out, everyone. It's just money. There's more important things than money. It comes and goes. This is one of the reasons that prompted me to redo this entire video, because just some of the comments from some of the hex nutcases on there. Come on, guys. Seriously. Maybe some people just haven't been through tough times. I mean, that's probably why I'm so content with cheap stuff, So, now, there's a few other messages here sent to John Adams, who brought this to my attention. So no one has seen him. People are messaging him. No one's seen his house. These are all alleged. They're trying to touch base to see if Martin has any dealings with Nuggets News, because Nugget had a whole lot of, he's got the YouTube channel, he's got library, he's got articles, and a whole lot of contributors on the platform here. Who hang on, we'll see if we can find them. And Martin North was one of them, and several people that were involved in it. So there's concern with all of that. So everyone, that seems to be the story of what's happened here at Nuggets News. It's a sad one, it's not a happy thing. I don't like creating content like this. I don't like the idea of, dancing on someone's failures. I was quite disgusted at the Hex people there, but I mean, this is the thing. There's all this animosity in crypto. There's so much tribalism over your stupid little token. Oh, my token's better than yours. Mine's going to make you rich. We can do all this other stuff there. I mean, come on. Guys, seriously. You can, yeah. If you need help, get it. Don't be too afraid. Don't be chasing losses after losses. Don't do anything stupid. It's just money, guys. Comes and goes. Trust me. I know. As always, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Please don't, go on with the hate in the comments, or don't attack Alex or Richard or anyone. That's not what this is about. It's not what I'm interested in. The concern here is to make people aware of this news story that's happening for a huge crypto influencer here in Australia, and to at least draw attention to some sources of help that people can get if they need it. As always, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments down below. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can sign up for SelfWealth or Stake. You can use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, and AussieBroadband. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.